Hello. Oh my god. Whoa. What's going on? It's been so long. Hello. Oh my god. Here it is. It's working. All right. Few things. What's up, Jackson? Wait, I remember you. Achilles, what's up? How's everybody doing? Okay, it's been a while. All right, I have a few laundry list of things before we begin. Okay? I'm purposely doing this like super late at night because I don't want a lot of people to actually view it. Okay? So, first off, 160 people in here. That's insane. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We're probably gonna do this for around like 30 minutes, I would say. So start asking your questions away. I will answer as much as I can. And yeah. But welcome. How's everybody been? It's been a while since we've live streamed. Now, I want to say, I got new internet, and it's kind of been on the fritz recently. So if this live stream just ends randomly, that's the end of the live stream, okay? That's how we're going to do it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. How's everybody doing, though? Lurker, what's going on? Dragon, what's up? Achilles, what's up? Just got out of school for this. Yeah, dude, it's actually midnight. Hope no one doxes me from the outside. So, for a little bit of context, I got around 45 minutes to an hour of playtime with it. So, like, I mean, a decent amount of time, yes, but like, not a. I didn't get like the full game. Anything story related, no idea. Okay. I'm not ignoring the questions. I'm starting. What's up? First, L. What's going on? A long time no see, buddy. How you been? I'm doing this live stream super late because I don't want a lot of people to join. And plus, well, honestly, I just don't want a lot of people to join. But it's also, I want to have a nice smaller group. I want things to be more intimate in here. Okay? I need to find proper music that I can play. And then we're off. Let's put on some smooth jazz. How's this? How's the music sound? Oh my god. JFK got no-scoped. $5 donation. Well, first, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. How bright is the flashlight compared to the new trailer? It seemed too dim in the trailer. Okay. The one thing I was very surprised about was the horror vibes in that game, the lighting, and how dark the nighttime actually is in the Beast. Okay? It's very hard to tell off of like gameplay, but actually playing, granted, we were playing on like a massive 54K TV. That shit, incredible. The nighttime, you can't see anything. You really can't. Bro, you don't know how much the timing of the stream is perfect. I'm stressed as fuck to have an exam in 4 hours and trying to sleep. Well, first, I'm sorry to hear that you're stressed. Hopefully we can make it... I can make things less stressful for you. So S and F, if you have any questions, I will prioritize yours. And also, good luck on your exam in 4 hours. I don't know if the timing of the stream is perfect for you, though, because you have an exam in 4 hours. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to drop a like. It all goes a long way. 230 of you. Okay, let's start. How good is the gameplay? Is it like Dying Light 1? Oh, we got another donation. Lord of Gods and Men. Thank you with the $2 donation. Really appreciate that. And you also asked the question, did it feel more aligned with Dying Light 1 or Dying Light 2? So, funny enough, I want to say from what I played, it's like the perfect blend between Dying Light 1 and Dying Light 2. Like, it takes the best from both games, but I will say it leans a little bit more into the Dying Light 2 side of things. So, like, the parkour, it's more like Dying Light 2. The combat, it's kind of like a mixture, but leaning more towards Dying Light 2. In terms of, like, menus and, like, the HUD and everything. The HUD you can see in gameplay, but for menus, it's straight up just a Dying Light 2 menu. Like, I'm pretty sure Crane had different gear from what I remember. But there was definitely, like, you pause the game, you see your inventory, you're crafting your skills, like, all at the top. Very similar layout to Dying Light 2, 100%. It's been like that. Okay. I'm trying to get every question. I'll go for every question, and then any donations will get top priority. Okay, Lords of God and Men. Sorry, I'm also sick, so if I'm coughing like crazy, it's been a weekend. My last question: did you have any dissatisfactions? Yes, I did. You want me to tell you? So also, my video reviewing Dying Light the Beast is coming out tomorrow, in exactly like 12 hours from now. And funny enough, once this live stream ends, you'll be kicked right over to the premiere for that video. You said, tell us, Oni. Okay, I think the biggest dissatisfaction that I had, it literally only one thing. Everything else about the game, I actually really enjoyed. I thought it was great. It was like the hit reactions slash the ragdolls were okay, but it's mainly like the hit reactions. And you can also kind of see this like in the gameplay trailer. I can actually pull up the footage. That might actually be better for me to show you. So let's do that real quick. I gotta like skim through all of this. Okay, let's go to game. Hopefully this is set up correctly. It's been a while. This never happens. So yeah, it's just like, actually I think I have the VLC video of this. One moment. Yes, I do. Okay, let me pull this over. Put that over there. I gotta pop out the chat real quick so I can actually see it. And to see if he replied. Yeah, you had a feeling? Okay. Yeah, literally, it's just the hit reactions. Just aren't, they're not aligned with like, it just feels off. It just doesn't feel right. The drop kicking's fine, that's good. I'm more so talking about like melee and like gun combat. Let me see. I want to see if I can find a proper showcase of the hit reactions so that you know I'm not capping. Because it is in here. Okay, kind of like around here. I'll pause it when it happens. So, like, it just doesn't feel right. Like, that's fine. See, like, right here, like, like there's just little moments where it just feels like there's a disconnect when you're swinging your weapon. Okay, I don't get it. But I think that's probably my biggest issue. I think there's even a section with like the gunplay where it's like very apparent. Yeah, like right here, like you'll see it. Like, see, it doesn't. It just looks goofy, or it feels goofy rather. Like, things aren't reacting like they're supposed to. YOLO Crafter with the 100 MX. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, mate, is the parkour like Dying Light 1 or Dying Light 2? To be honest, I couldn't stand Dying Light 2 parkour. It's more like Dying Light 2, I would say. To be honest with you. I hate to crush your dreams. But honestly, it's a good blend between the two. I don't know why your thing didn't pop up. Shrimp sauce with a $2 donation. Does it feel like a standalone or a Dying Light 2 DLC? Now, that is okay. A lot of you are super chatting. I will try my. I will get to those questions, so I'll answer. Just keep with me. And I also have something about the blood. But okay, the game has increased in scope by a lot. Okay, I can actually show you something. All right, don't tell anyone I'm showing you this, okay? Guys, we're all gonna keep it on the DL, right? We're not gonna show this to anybody. I need your I need you all to say in chat that you can keep a secret. Yes? Okay, cool. Let me find it real quick. One moment. It does feel more standalone than it does than DLC, I will say. Shrimp. And then not your average Google account. Thank you for the $2 donation. Does it feel animation based or physics heavy? Good question. Good question. It feels like it overall feels more physical than Dying Light 2, but I wouldn't say it's animation heavy. It just feels that like stuff is not connecting properly right now. Okay, there's a lot of yeses in the chat. You're snitching. No snitching. I need to find it real quick. One moment. Give me a second. I'm not good under pressure like this. One sec. I can't find the fucking thing now. Where did I put it? Oh! I know where I put it. Alright, gang. Guys, I will seriously never talk to any of you again. Okay? This is our little secret. Don't share it with anyone. Timone's in the chat. Oh, it's over, gang. Timone's here? Timone's not here. Where is he? I don't see him. Don't tell Timone. Okay? We can't tell Timone that we're showing this. Alright, I'm gonna okay. So context, I had an interview with No, Lords of Men, we're not telling Timone. Why is my camera so fucking orange too? What the hell? Hold on. I don't like how orange this is. One moment. It looks really orange. Okay. I need to change this. I'm gonna hold this up real quick. It'll make sense in a moment. Okay. That's what we like. I don't know why that shit was so fucking orange. Jesus. Is that good? Okay. Lord of Gods and Men, thank you. You're telling Timone. I don't appreciate that, but thank you for the $2 donation. JFK got no scope with the $2 donation. Do you think it's worth $60 a full game? Seems like DLC. I will say, okay, ice range with the $2 donation. Ooh, I'm telling. No, we're not telling. All right, we're not telling Timone anything. I think it is worth the $60. Just know what you're getting yourself into. Okay. I'm not stalling. Leave me alone. This is the ADHD in me trying to figure out how to navigate this conversation. If you like Dying Light, I have a little snippet from my video that I think summarizes it really well, in that this game is only trying to do so much. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel of Dying Light. It's not trying to change the entire franchise. It's not trying to change the entire series. It's more so just pushing it forward a little bit, but also going back to its roots. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question? And then for the people that asked if it's worth $60, one of the first things I asked him, actually, let me just show you.
As I need to, as my role is, but I think players will also be able to appreciate it, and we are waiting very anxiously for the final verdict coming from the players, where you can get immersed yourself. The gameplay teams, during development, where everything kind of like game, like
okay, here, right here.
Address the community like that. They clicked, and you were like, oh, this game is like, it's bigger than what we thought. We want to make it its own spin-off type of game, and obviously the Beast coming up.
Okay, so I'm gonna play it.
Come on, give me 1 second. Just want to double check something. During development, where everything kind of clicked, and you were like, "Oh, this game is like, it's bigger than what we thought. We want to make it its own standalone game and everything like that." I'm super glad you asked.
Is the volume good?
Because actually that's something that I want to address the community directly, basically. Guys, I know you remember the origins of Dying Light, the Beast, but forget all of that. Like a couple of months ago, we basically realized that it's the next Dying Light game. Like, forget about the origins. It's as big as it should be. It has all of the gameplay mechanics that you expect from the game. It's as polished as it should be.
Thank you, Yolo,
of course, it
for the
uses
other
some elements from our previous games, also Dying Light 2, but it's basically a new AAA entry in the series. And you ask me if it, like when it clicked, did it click already? So I have been working on a couple of games in my lifetime, and usually they click together at the very last moment. Even the original Dying Light 1. Like I remember we were maybe like, I don't know, 2 months before the release where suddenly it all kind of gelled together. But for the Beast, I think we are already at this stage. Like it clicked a couple of months ago where we kind of, I would say like we had a build, like a milestone build in March this year. And for me, but I think generally for the team, it was the moment where we basically asked everyone, okay, so like we've been working on the March milestone. Now let's play it. Let's all spend some time to actually play. And I think everyone realized, wow, like, okay, like we are onto something. Like the feeling is definitely the same that we had before releasing Dying Light 1.
Yeah, because you've been working on Dying.
Okay, I won't share unless you guys want to watch this interview. I can show you this whole interview. I wasn't planning on uploading this, to be honest. But I mean, if you guys want to see it, I can show you. I was only planning on using it for shorts and see, do you want to watch it? It's around 15-20 minutes long. All right, I'll show you guys. Play it. All right, I can upload it at another time. It's interesting. You want to know more? I piggyback a bunch of different things and throw them in videos. But I asked him directly about the $60 price tag. So
Resident Evil 9. How do you
carry some needs, and that's it. To get back to Dying Light 2, stay human as well. So we will be sticking to the physicality a next Dying Light game.
determination?
okay,
yeah,
right here.
Improvised weapon. This
This
really
is when I asked about $60.
Very, very tense experience.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far with Summer Games Fest responses and everything, and even from the community, like in terms of gameplay, everybody's really excited and like happy to see what's coming next. One comment that I keep seeing pretty often is the $50.99 price tag. So what considerations factored into making that price determination?
Personally, I think the game is worth it. And like I was trying to address this before, and I will do again. I know that many of the players remember the origins of the game. But once again, guys, please trust us and kind of give us the suspension of disbelief. This is really a next Dying Light game. Like you will get your money's worth out of it because it's like 20 hours of the main story alone. Additional content which at least doubles that. Like my last playthrough, full playthrough was April, and my save at the end of the game was 37 hours, and it wasn't even a completionist take. So there's plenty of gameplay there. I think the quality is there. How the game looks, like we are still honing the balance, the physics of zombies, the physicality of all of it, tweaking animations, adding more brutality. This is really like you will get your money's worth out of this game. And I really do believe that it just makes sense to have a game at this price because it really deserves it.
Do you are there any plans for post-launch support afterwards? Anything to talk about, or is this going to be like on day?
Okay, that's all I got right now from this interview. I'll share more about it later, but I wanna keep things a little airtight on that. Let's go back to this. There we are. Play our jazz music. Okay. I'm locked in. I have the chat in front of me, and that's the only thing we're looking at now. Shamufi. Sorry, dude, if I'm butchering this. Shimufai, the $5 donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How's the side content in the game? It seems pretty desolate. Unlike the other games, only soldiers and scavengers are there camps with quests. My gameplay moment, my gameplay demo was only an hour long. What I will say, so I didn't get a chance to do any of the side content. the 30-minute demo that they showcased is what we were able to play. Okay, that's what I did. So everything you guys saw is what we played, but we actually got our hands on the game and able to actually experience it. We also had a guide, like an actual person that worked from like Techland, Tencent. They were there to keep us on the path that they wanted us to. They wouldn't let us deviate too far from that path. And you know me, okay? You know me. You know me. You already know I'm going to try to get as much as I can out of that game. But they wouldn't really let us go too far off the path. Ice Rain to the $2 donation. Thank you again for the other donation. Anything about the workbench? So there is a workbench. I want to say I crafted a few items and the electric weapon, but it was, like I said, the time with it was very, very brief. I see a lot of questions about the blood and gore. So the trailer was purposely toned down because of YouTube and just how like they are with like age restrictions and blood and gore in general. The game was actually very, very brutal and gory. I say this in my video tomorrow, but it is probably the most unhinged and brutal Dying Light that I've played. They do not hold back. You can kind of see it in the 30-minute gameplay demo, but when Kyle Crane goes into beast mode, he basically gets like obviously super special abilities and everything. The ability to do finishers both in and outside of beast mode occurs so often, but particularly in beast mode, you straight up like rip your hands through the zombies and like grab their hearts out. I don't know if you grab their hearts out, but you grab like their guts out. You'll like smash their heads away. It's intense. I think like even at the final boss that you fight in this little gameplay section, you straight up rip its head right off. Okay, so like it's a good time. Lord of Gods and Men. How is the map's overall vibe and ambience? Okay. Oh man, okay. I will try to catch up with all of these donations, but I will do it. Okay. The map's overall vibe and ambience. Okay, in terms of lighting, some of the best lighting I've seen from Dying Light and from Techland. You can see it in the demo when it has like that orange sunset. There is a dynamic sun. The sun actually moves from one side of the map to the other. I know, it's awesome, but like other games kind of have that. It's very reminiscent of Haran, the countryside from the following, and then also the prologue area of Dying Light 1. Ambience is goated. I like it a lot. No complaints so far. I don't know if I'm overhyping it because I just had a short time with it, and then it's the novelty of something fresh and new, and I'm just like overjoyed that I'm finally able to play something brand new from this team. But I very much enjoyed it. Prinav with the donation. Good morning, King. What's going on, buddy? How you been? What's up? Do we like the jazz? I can change it if we don't like the jazz. Okay. Leopard with the $2.79 donation. How's the hook? Good or flop? I actually did not get my hands on the grappling hook, so I can't tell you. But thank you for the donation. I'm sorry I disappointed you. Were you able to see how the skill tree would work with beast mode, or is it its own thing? I did not. So, like I said before, we had a guide sitting next to us. So like every time I wanted to like go through the menus and look at everything. He's like, oh, let's not do that. So I didn't get much. But there is a full beast skill tree, so. A lot of questions about the map, so I'll get to that in a second. Kyle with the New Zealand $5, I think. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. What's good, Mario? How does beast mode actually work? And W Jazz, by the way. Awesome. It's actually very similar to how it works in Dead Island 2. So, almost like the exact same thing. You get a bunch of kills. You charge up your beast mode. Once it's charged up, you can activate it. You have increased abilities. You can go and attack away at people. Like I said before, you do a lot of finishers in beast mode, so you can rip people's guts out, take their heads off. It's a really fun time. I did enjoy beast mode. It's everything that we wanted beast mode to be in Dying Light 2. It's just in the beast. A VR boy, it's a $2 donation. One question: is there more vault animations? Not gonna lie, I wasn't looking too much into it. I can't tell you if it was. Ice Ranger, the $2 donation. A workbench was cut content of Dying Light 2, and now it's real. Wait. Okay, I don't know if I confirmed something that maybe I misunderstood your question. What do you mean by workbench? Did you just mean like a crafting table? Like you walk up to the thing and like craft your weapons away? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's what I was referring to. But if you're talking about a workbench in some other aspect, let me know, because I don't want to false confirm some things. Simon Pike with the 5 PLN. Thank you so much for the donation, Simon. Really appreciate it. You are awesome. Did you eat any... What is that? So I actually did not go to Poland. I was in California. They came to my neck of the woods. I'm actually not in... I'm not in California. I'm in New Jersey, so I had to travel all the way over to fucking California. I had to travel all the way over there. But no, I did not have any Polish food. $2 donation again with the, from Ice Rage. Dude, thank you. Okay, you're donating too much, man. You don't have to donate anymore. It's okay. A workbench was going to be in Dying Light 2, but it was cut. Yeah, but what's... Yeah, what is the workbench? I don't... What's... Would the release of the Beast mean a slowdown or end for major Dying Light 2 updates? After talking with Timon, he said that would not be the case. You don't know what the workbench is in Dying Light 2? What do you mean? Did you meet any Dying Light 2 characters? In terms of story and meeting any characters aside from someone named Olivia over a walkie-talkie, I met no one. Did it feel like you were actually swinging weapons? Because in the trailer, they sort of look like Dying Light 2 animations and they don't feel good and look good. No. No. It did not feel like I was actually swinging weapons. That's my only complaint. It felt off. The hit reactions felt off in the Beast. But apparently that's being worked on. I read somewhere today that it's being worked on. I did not understand what you said about buy Dying Light 2 Deluxe and you get the Beast. Can you explain? Oh, this guy became a member. Oh my god. Thank you so much for becoming a supporter. I really appreciate that. Guys, W's in the chat for this guy. Thank you. Oh, give me 1 second. Awesome. Thank you guys. Holy shit, there's over 400 of you in here. That's insane. Seriously, that's actually insane. If you guys another member? Holy shit. Ice Rage. Thank you so much. Welcome to the supporter club. Ice Range, this guy. Thank you so much. I will answer the map question in a moment. Guys, W in the chat for both of these new supporters. Really appreciate it. And I really appreciate every single one of you joining this stream. Like I said, this is an impromptu thing. I just wanted to have something pretty small, and over 400 of you came, which is insane. So seriously, thank you. If you haven't already, drop a like. Goes a long way. Our goal is to hit 200 likes on this little live stream, and we're 25 away. Map size. Okay, I see. My God. I see it. Shrimp sauce to the $2 donation. Thank you again, my guy. Are the skills and upgrades the same or different? I didn't get to look much into the skills and the upgrades, to be quite honest with you. But I honestly didn't get a big chance to look at the skill tree, so I don't want to confirm anything really with you. I'm sorry to say. YOLO Crafter with the other 100 MX. Seriously, thank you so much for the donations. Hey mate, don't know if this has already been asked, but how scary and freaky was the nighttime? Like Dying Light 1 with the first mission, or more like Dying Light 2 with the arcade nights? Okay, so I will confirm a few things. The nighttime, super scary. It felt very reminiscent of Dying Light 1. When it's nighttime, especially when it's raining, it is pitch black, okay? It is so hard to see what's in front of you. They really went back and tried to make it align with player expectations, and I was very satisfied with how much of the horror vibe they actually nailed with the Beast. And also, guys, thank you so much for hitting 200 likes. I really appreciate that. In terms of, like, if it was more like the arcadey stuff from Dying Light 2, there were chase level sequences, but there were already roaming volatiles. But, like, I attacked, like, one volatile, and then it started a chase. And then I was at, like, chase 1 for a little bit, and then the guy next to me is like, oh, let's just go over here and run away. And then that was kind of the end of it. Okay. Any other questions? What do we got? What is this? What is this goal thing? Dude, I don't use YouTube anymore. And they have, like, oh, okay. I can start a goal. So for 10 super chats. Oh. All right. Hold on. This is so scummy. I don't like this. I'm going to do it anyways, though. Show. So if we get 10 super chats, I'll show a snippet of the of the Timon interview. Don't delete the live stream. What if I want to delete the live stream? Oh, the map. Okay. Mr. Chameleon, thank you for the $1 donation. Really appreciate you. Thank you for coming out tonight. Crossplay, I have no idea. I can Google it for you right now. Crossplay. I don't know about crossplay. So map size. I was able to pause the game and obviously look at the map and everything. I was able to, like, scroll through. The map it wasn't filled out. So, like, I don't know what's actually there. But from going from, like, top to bottom, it felt like a comparable size to, like, Old Villador, I would say. But like that's a very brief explanation because there's obviously a lot of different areas to this whole map. But I could just also just be misjudging it. But it just felt like YOLO Crafter with the another donation. Thank you so much. 1 out of 10 for the goal. Really appreciate it. VR Boy with a $2 donation. Did you notice any E3 animations like from 2020? Okay. Hot take, but I don't really pay much attention to the E3 side of things. I don't. Yeah, I just never really pay that much attention to like the E3 animations and everything. I get why they're cool and all of that, but I just never really focused too much attention on them. So if I even were to see those animations in Dying Light the Beast, I wouldn't know. Vero with the $1 at the Canadian money. Thank you so much. Is the gore better than in Dying Light 2? Yes, 100%. I don't know what the skill trees were like. Did not get that much time to look at them. What was the inventory like? I paused the game and it straight up looked like the Dying Light 2 menus and systems. Like it had like the inventory, crafting, skills, options, like all at the top. Answer the damn questions. I'm answering the questions. How did the flamethrower feel? The flamethrower felt awesome. It felt a lot of fun. But yet again, kind of similar to what I said before with the hit reactions. Things kind of got weird with that. The Baron handsome or not? Didn't see him. Are the guns OP? Guns are fun to use. They're pretty normal and everything. How is the vehicle? As good or as good as the buggy? Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Simon, thank you for the donation. I think I had the most fun with the vehicle. I actually really enjoyed just taking it and just driving it around all over. It was a blast. It's very nice to toggle between first and third person. So much fun to do. Well, like I said, I had the guide next to me kind of like the entire time. And when you have an objective tracked, there's basically like blue arrows that are like on the ground and like they want you to follow that path. And I just kind of just veered off the path because I didn't want to follow it. I wanted to spend more time in the game. YOLO Crafter, how's the weapon decay / breaking? I don't know if it still has the same attention to detail like it does in Dying Light 1, where you can actually see the weapon like degrade over time. I didn't pay that much attention to it because, like I said, we didn't have that much time. I want to say I was able to repair my weapon like while I was holding it. Sorry, while it was like in my inventory, I like just opened up my weapon wheel, scrolled up to the weapon, applied the scraps, and then repaired it, which I found pretty cool. Is it still heavy on the RPG elements? Not your average Google account. Thank you for the $2 donation. Really appreciate it. In what way? In what way is it heavy on the RPG elements? Because I want to say it still had all the different gears and everything that you expect from Dying Light 2. It still had that. Is the HUD different from Dying Light 2? Yeah, it's different. It's more polished up, I would say. Throwing stream with a $2 donation. What's the thing that worries you the most? The hit reactions. 100%. It's the hit reactions, like without a doubt. Something just
Welcome
feels.
to Dying Light the Beast, a triple world survival.
Something just feels off with the hit reactions. in that game. And I'm hopeful that they'll polish it up and everything, but like when you swing your weapons at enemies, and even when you shoot enemies with your guns, it doesn't feel that satisfying currently. But thank you for the donation, really appreciate it. In the 30-minute gameplay, Kyle starts shooting, no one's coming. Why? I could not tell you. How's the grappling hook? Did not get my hands on it. Don't know. Are there bounties? Don't know. Are there any beast mode finishers, or is it just the one? When I was playing, I had a fair amount of beast mode finishers to do. There's one where you like shove your hand through them. You like decapitate them. They're brutal. Are there any outside of sandbox experiences like main quests to make up for the smaller map, or is everything within the old village? I unfortunately cannot tell you, JFK. When it came to this, the demo that you guys saw is what we got. So it's not like we got an exclusive look aside from like what you guys have seen. We just had the ability to actually play the demo and see it in action. Like a lot of the stuff that doesn't translate well from, because we were actually able to play it and everything. So like we saw the blood, we saw the gore, we saw the brutality, the lighting in full force. All that stuff looks amazing. But in terms of like story and like an extended preview look at it, that wasn't the case here. It was a very, very small preview. Are there human bosses? No idea. Are the ragdoll physics similar to Dying Light 1? No, I don't think so. It might be because you're a low level and your weapons don't do that much damage, so you don't kill them with one swing to get that satisfaction. IDK just guessing. Okay, that's a very, what you brought up is a very good point for me, because that is the best way for me to communicate these hit reactions to you, is that it always feels like you have a weapon that's just not upgraded and they're not reacting to it. Even when you have a weapon that is super powerful, they all react the same way. Is the stream dying? Oh. Is it dead? Is it Jover? Let me see. Holy shit, there's almost 500 of you here. Insane. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I mean, part of why I'm doing this update or this stream so late is because I wanted to test out some things. RPG in terms of upgrading utilities like lockpicks. I want to say there was the ability to upgrade lockpicks, but I'm not confident in that, to be honest. Did you see more cutscenes from outside first person? Yes, actually, yeah. I can actually show you at the end. So they have a lot of cutscenes like this, which I'm a sucker for. I love when games do this shit. And like, I mean, it's nothing like out of the ordinary that other games do, but for Dying Light, getting like an out of first person cutscene like this is kind of insane. Let's keep going. Cole with the 99-cent donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see. We're nearing 53 minutes. All right. We're gonna end this in an hour, okay? I actually only wanted to do the stream for 30 minutes, but we'll go into an hour. So for the next 3 minutes, I'm gonna rapid fire questions, okay? I'll rapid fire answers, okay? So ask away, and I'll get back. I'll rapid fire to you. Does the game feel like Dying Light 1 or just like Dying Light 2? It feels like, honestly, it feels like a blend of the best aspects from both games, but it leans a bit more into Dying Light 2. Will running be automatic like Dying Light 2? Can't tell you. I don't remember. I actually don't know. I had the same issue last time at the Dying Light 2 preview event. Only first person for like actual gameplay. When you're going in the car and everything and you're driving around, you have the option to go to third. Do the biter stare at the setting sun? Could not tell you. Is the gore better than the trailers and the 30-minute gameplay? Yes. 100%. Do the ragdolls feel off? Yes, they do. How's the parkour? Honestly, it just feels like Dying Light 2 parkour, to be quite honest with you. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. Okay? Like, let's be honest. They can only... There's a cap when, like, how good they can make the parkour. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, Dying Light, it needs to have parkour elements, and it needs to have great combat. And especially with the movement and parkour, like, they nailed it in Dying Light 1. They eventually ended up nailing it in Dying Light 2. So, like, how much more can you get? You know what I mean? Like, at its core, it's still going to be a Dying Light game. You can see some of these finishers too, by the way, on screen. Like, he straight up just ripped off his head and then threw his hand through his fucking guts. No idea on how many missions. Is the atmosphere good? Yes, I love the lighting and I love the atmosphere. Do they plan on supporting this game and Dying Light 2? No idea on post-launch support for the Beast, but for Dying Light 2, they said they're going to continue supporting it for the full 5 years. I don't know about the skill tree. Don't know about step laddering. What's up, Ghost? How's it going? YOLO Crafter with the 50. Thank you so much. Did you get any info on the game's replayability, like a New Game Plus or anything like that? I did not. Even in my interview, I got nothing about the game's replayability. All I got was main story is around 20 hours, and then in terms of like doing everything that the game has to offer, minimum 37 to 40. So it'll keep you guys busy for a while. We got 3 more minutes. I think the stream is just completely fucking crapping out. So let's hear it. What else we got? We're almost at 500 viewers. That's kind of crazy, actually. Thank you all for joining me at. It's 1:30 a.m. for me. Look at that. It's pitch black outside. How difficult was the game? That's actually really funny that you mentioned that, because obviously I am who I am in the Dying Light realm, and it was only me and Backboard Films that were like Dying Light creators that went to this thing. So everybody that played it is just like regular journalists and like creators and influencers and everything. And then you have me and him that just come here, played the game, and like the guy that I had next to me, he's like, dude, you were doing stuff in the game that I didn't even know was possible. So like yeah, like it wasn't difficult for me, but some of the other people that were there were struggling really bad. Like I kept looking over at people, and like afterwards I got time to talk to some of the tech line workers and everything, and I just kept seeing death screens over and over for them. Where's Backboard Films? His YouTube channel, it's gone. Yeah, he actually got hacked, unfortunately, so he's trying to get it back right now. How was the drop kick? Was it floaty? I drop kicked like so much fun. Okay. I'm gonna start playing the song, boys. Yeah. That's... Dude, there's 600 of you here? I almost don't want to end it now. I was gonna end it, but there's almost 600 people here. That's fucking insane. Alright, if we get to 300 likes, I'll go for an extra 5 more minutes. So that's only 30 more likes. I'll go for an extra 10 minutes, okay? How about that? We were at 300 like 3 minutes ago. Fuck, you guys got 300 likes in like a second. Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll go for another 10 minutes. I'll go for another half hour if you get it to 400 likes. Here, you ready? Hold on. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay? If you get it to 400 likes in 2 minutes, I will go for another half hour. YOLO Crafter, don't end it, please. I'm a tired boy, okay? I am. Wait, no, wait, no, wait, you guys actually might get the 400 likes. You're at 360 right now. And it's been 30 seconds. Here, I'll hold this. 377. 40 seconds. 40 seconds to get 20 likes. Or sorry, a minute. You have a minute and 20 seconds to get 20 more likes. Shit. I might have just backed myself in a corner. Alright. 1 minute. 1 minute to go. 1 minute up, 1 minute to go. We're 8 likes away. Miss OK with the $1 donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Alright. We are at a minute and 30 seconds. We are 5 likes away from 400. Once we get 400, I will go for another 30 minutes. And you guys hit 400 likes. Okay, well. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. I'll go. You know what? I'll go for an hour. I'll go for another hour if you get it to 500 in a minute. Alright? I really don't want to do that. But you have a minute. If you get it to 500, I'll go for a whole hour. If not, we're going for another 30 minutes right now. Okay, let me pull the gameplay back up.
Welcome to Dying Like the Beast.
Okay.
A AAA open world survival horror set in the beautiful valley of
Why is bro edging us?
decades after the zombie outbreak.
Edging goaded for looks maxing? Alright. I just brought myself sleep. Yeah, dude, literally. I was in California yesterday. Okay? My flight landed at 8 a.m. yesterday.
Dying Light is a game of smart survival.
All right, we're not making this a fucking god.
It's better to use a
So we'll go for another 30 minutes.
In this early game mission, we follow a lead to an abandoned factory used by the Baron to explain zombie mutations. Since
I closed out of
crucial
the music. I need to
trials
pull the
of
music
progression,
back up.
he decides to investigate with the help of Olivia, a character he met during his escape
Let's
from
go
the Baron's
backcountry jazz. Let's go here. All right. What questions you guys got? Will there be new guns? No, I do not know. Who's gooning out here? You guys want to see the Timon interview? Yellow Crafter again. Are you going to make a live when the game drops? I will, yes. That's it. I hope so. I think they said they would. Show that interview? Okay, you know what? We'll leave it up to democracy. Show the Timon interview. Yes. No. Okay. Once let's say 200 people vote. Oh, okay, well it's not even like it's not even close. Okay, I'll fucking show the interview. All right, I will show the interview. There's one part I do need to skip, but I'll show the interview. 1 second. Do that. 500 people are here. Holy shit, welcome. Okay, I'm pulling up the interview. Let me know how it sounds.
Game time.
And creators like you. Summer Game Fest.
So we're here again. Timon, thank you.
Great. Now,
There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hold on.
pleasure to be with you in Summer Game LA in the summer.
Okay.
All right.
All right, are we good? Can you guys hear it? Is it good? Don't skip it. Only Gooner skip. No, I gotta skip it. I have to skip it. You can't ask why. I have to skip it. All right, how's the volume? How's this sound?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here again. Timon, thank you so much for joining.
yes,
It's always a pleasure to be with you and chat with you. So we're here at Summer Games Fest. We're in
Yes.
LA, downtown LA, in the middle of some random warehouses. How has Summer Games Fest been for you?
Super good.
Nice.
As you know, we have revealed a new trailer at Summer Game Fest, the mainstream. Then we have followed that up with 30 minutes
All right.
of extended gameplay.
Oh, you like the
And
funny awkward
yesterday
handshake?
We are showing the game to journalists and creators
I don't.
like you.
Yeah.
Hands-on preview. People can actually play the game, feel the game. And I need to ask you, did you like what you played?
I did. So for context, I got around 30 minutes
Yeah.
of 30 to 40 minutes of game time with Dying Light the Beast. It was me sitting next to another person that was kind of guiding me through the playthrough, just so I couldn't go and break the game, as you guys know. But no, I really enjoyed it. I think the biggest highlights for me were the lighting
Okay.
and the world,
Okay.
which we'll definitely talk about all of this. The weather,
Okay.
the horror vibe in the game.
Amazing.
I was surprised at how dark the nighttime actually was in that
Okay.
game.
Okay.
Like you actually need to have your flashlight on
Good,
in order
good,
to see the
good.
nighttime. And also just really liked Kyle Crane being back, of course.
Of course.
So everything was very good.
Gotta. I
think
hate watching
the-
myself.
The combat, it's a nice
So fucking
blend
awkward.
of the best aspects of Dying Light 2 and the best of Dying Light 1.
Okay, but Mario, I should be saying this. Don't
I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I guess we can start with that. Is that something that you intended for the game to be, or was that just something that just happened naturally over time?
Well, definitely. Like we have been working on Dying Light games for 10 years now.
Okay.
Actually, even more than that, because Dying Light was released 10 years ago, but the work started
hold on.
probably 3 years.
Any super chats that occur during the interview, I will answer them after the interview is shown. So Fiction for Eternity, thank you for the $5 donation. I'll answer yours right now, but then anybody else that does donate, we'll save it for right after the interview. So can enemies drive cars? I did not see any of that. Do you have a personal car? I'm not sure if the truck that you have is like personalized like the buggy yet. So yeah. But thank you. Let's we'll move forward with the interview. And thank you guys for for all the compliments and everything right now. I appreciate it.
Prior. So for us, the Beast is basically a kind of a combination, culmination, a climax of everything that we have learned over the years. And as you know very well yourself, there were some ups and downs, and we were learning from things that were super good, but also from things that weren't that good, at least on launch. So we wanted to use all of those experiences to make sure that the Beast is basically the best Dying Light games that we could have made. And really the feeling at the studio is that this is the best Dying Light that ever happened in the history. And of course we had to kind of look back and get inspired, re-inspired again by Dying Light 1, especially that Kyle Crane is back. But we also know, like, it's obvious, like the community knows this. A bigger number of people prefers Dying Light 1 over Dying Light 2, and it's a very important sign and feedback for us where we should look for inspiration for the essence of what Dying Light is.
Right. Is there anything that you're hoping to really achieve with Dying Light the Beast this time around compared to the first and second game?
Yeah, I think I said it already. Like, we really want this to be the best Dying Light, and of course, like, I can hype it as much as I want, as I need to, as my role is. But I think players will also be able to appreciate it, and we are waiting very anxiously for the final verdict coming from the players. But I think we are really good. Like, we get excited by ourselves when we play the game, when we work with those details that you mentioned, with the environment that's handcrafted, and our level artists basically go and look at every part of the map and make sure that it feels real, it feels lived in, it feels like a location where you can get immersed yourself. The gameplay teams, the AI guys, the animators, they are all are looking at things like how the enemies behave, how the zombies behave, the ragdoll stuff. Like, we're still tweaking that, making sure that it will be even better than it is right now on launch. How Kyle performs his animation when he swings weapon, when he runs, when he drop kicks enemies. So it's really like there's like if you visit our offices again, because you've been to our offices some time ago, like, you can really feel the energy. Like, everyone is super hyped about the Beast coming up quite soon.
Awesome. Hold on, give me 1 second. Just want to.
All right, I need to skip this part. One moment.
Started out. See, it blew up into something bigger. Started out. It's a pretty.
Okay.
So the game.
Okay, here we're good now.
Obviously started out. It's a pretty standalone spin-off type of game, and obviously it blew up into something bigger. Was there a particular moment during development where everything kind of clicked, and you were like, "Oh, this game is like." It's bigger than what we thought. We want to make it its own standalone game and everything like that.
I'm super glad you're asking that, because actually that's something that I want to address the community directly, basically. Guys, I know you remember the origins of Dying Light the Beast, but forget all of that. Like, a couple of months ago, we basically realized that it's the next Dying Light game. Like, forget about the origins. It's as big as it should be. It has all of the gameplay mechanics that you expect from the game. It's as polished as it should be. Of course, it uses some elements from our previous games, also Dying Light 2, but it's basically a new AAA entry in the series. And you asked me if like, when it clicked, did it click already? So I have been working on a couple of games in my lifetime, and usually they click together at the very last moment. Even the original Dying Light 1, like, I remember we were maybe, like, I don't know, 2 months before the release, where suddenly it all kind of gelled together. But for the Beast, I think we are already at this stage. Like, it clicked a couple of months ago, where we kind of, I would say, like, we had a build, like a milestone build in March this year, and for me, but I think generally for the team, it was the moment where we basically asked everyone, okay, so like we've been working on the March milestone. Now let's play it. Let's all spend some time to actually play it. And I think everyone realized, wow, like, okay, like we are onto something. Like the feeling is definitely the same that we had before releasing Dying Light 1.
Yeah, because you've been working on Dying Light for a while
Yep.
now at this point. How many years at this point?
Like for me, it's 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there anything about the franchise that still surprises and excites you when you're working on it?
Every day, like okay, every day, like I'm constantly thinking about new ways what we can do with Dying Light. So Dying Light the Beast is one of those new things where we add the beast-like powers, where we have the kind of the survival horror framework, the tension, the scariness of the first game, and now we're throwing in the beast-like powers in the mix. That changes the dynamics of the game. So that's something kind of new, but like we are constantly thinking what we can do to make Dying Light fresh, and we have lots of ideas for the future. Let's not go there because let's focus on the beast right now. But yes, it does. And also one more thing is that the good thing about Dying Light that it is a game which is built on systems. So even as you play the game, and even if you have played the game like many times, like I have been playing it for those 12 years, like when you look at my Steam account, like for all of the games, I have more than 5,000 hours each. But because of the systems, there are moments where it surprises you really like unexpectedly. Like for example, in the trailer that we have released for the Summer Game Fest, there's a moment where you, I think, drop kick or basically just kick away a zombie from you, and he hits a wall. But there's a painting like on that wall, and we have that system where kind of the force of the kick is being transformed to the painting, so it falls down. So even though I know a system like that is in the game, that it's kind of specifically built for those kind of moments, like I play this and this happens, the physics react with each other, and I say, wow, that was like a very cool moment. So there are plenty of moments like this when we play the game, or I don't know, do stuff like record trailers.
Yeah, of course. I think so far with what I've seen from the Beast and from what I played, obviously the biggest things are Beast Mode, 100%. That, I mean, kind of brand new. It was kind of in Dying Light 2 for a little bit, but it's obviously more fleshed out in this. Are you able to elaborate why you went down that path for Beast Mode in the Beast?
So the idea definitely came from the fact that it's Kyle Crane, and when you remember him from the ending of the following, like we left him in a quite ambiguous state. So we wanted to follow up on that. But then we said, if we are doing this, let's make it a real proper gameplay mechanic. So there's like a whole skill tree behind those beast-like powers. You kill chimeras, you extract like a substance from their bodies, you inject that substance into your body. This gives you new skills. You can run faster, jump higher, rip enemies in half, like do those like charge attacks. Quite a chunky number of new abilities. We just decided to have like Dying Light is a survival horror game. Like you constantly feel that there's a pressure around you, tension around you, threats around you. So we wanted to give players that moment where they can really snap and basically kind of deal the damage back to the world. One funny inspiration for this is, of course, classic Pac-Man. Like, not many people kind of think about Pac-Man in that way, but Pac-Man is actually a survival horror game. You are being chased by monsters around you. They just hit you with one thing and you're dying. So it really is like the protoplast of survival horror games. But then Pac-Man has those moments, like the power palette moments. You take one and suddenly you can turn into a Pac-Man beast. So it's the same here with Kyle Crane and the Beast.
Yeah, because I would say Beast Mode, very fresh, new mechanic. Then we also have obviously the driving with the cars, toggle between first and third person, which I love. Are there any other new mechanics or features that you're personally excited about that haven't received as much attention yet?
I would say the weather effects. We had some in the playthrough, so I think players were able to, you viewers were able to see that in our 30-minute extended video. But we really spend a lot of time both on the tech side, but also on the design logic side, on the weather effects and weather states. And we wanted to make sure that they are not just about the visuals, about how they sound, about what you see on the screen, but also how it affects gameplay. There might be some subtle tweaks here and there, but for example, like the classic stuff from Dying Light 1, you have an electric machete, you use it during the rain, so it has a bigger effect. But for example, there's also the camouflage mechanic. that players might also remember from Dying Light 1. So right now, when you kind of camouflage yourself with the guts of a zombie, the other guys don't see you. But when there's rain, these effects last shorter. Also, like when you drive a car, for example, the road is a little bit more slippery, so it actually impacts a little the driving model. So I think the weather affects both how they look, how they sound, but also how they impact gameplay. That will be something that players will appreciate.
That's awesome. What do you think inspired this new look and feel and like structure of this new setting in the Castle
I
Woods?
think we wanted to challenge ourselves really,
Okay.
because like all of the previous Dying Light games, they were placed in a city, so like it's easy to imagine you parkouring through the city environment. Dying Light 2 was super vertical. Dying Light 1 was more like this cascade levels,
Yeah.
super good for parkouring. But for this one, we actually wanted to do something different, and we wanted to kind of see if we can make a meaningful Dying Light game in an environment which is not that kind of natural for parkour. And actually, we allowed ourselves to not fight to have parkour everywhere, because like people could expect, okay, so you have like parkour in forests, so do those rocky foundations
Right.
over which you can parkour. But we said, okay, let's not do that. Let's try to see if it makes sense for a Dying Light game to have parkour, have super good parkour in the places where it makes sense, but also actually take away parkour from the players. And this has two effects. The first one is that we are suddenly turning into this more, like I would say, open world zombie game where you can traverse any way you want, but and you kind of don't need to parkour. You can just get a little bit slower, a little bit more into the world, a little bit more you looking around the environment, seeing what's there. But another effect of it is that it actually makes the game more scary, because I think Dying Light players are used to the fact that if you get chased, if you get surrounded, you can use parkour, like your ability to climb any building, like go high quickly or run away quickly, doing lots of jumps and kind of distracting the zombies that are chasing you like that. So they use that parkour is a mechanic which allows them to get away easily. But in the Beast, there are places like the huge kind of chunks of the map where actually it's not that easy to do parkour like that.
Yeah.
And then you understand that this one method of escaping, avoiding zombies, like avoiding danger, is taken from you, so you feel much more fragile, and this really makes the experience kind of more scary.
Yeah, I want to say from what I played, that horror tone, it's like more powerful than what we've seen in like Dying Light 2. It's way more intense than ever before. What inspired that shift to kind of go back to like the Dying Light 1 routes and everything?
Like your viewers, Dying Light community. Not really, but that's definitely the thing. I think like I was talking about it at the beginning of our interview, that for us, Dying Light the Beast is the culmination of all of our experiences. And again, as I said, like not all of those experiences, findings, discoveries were super positive. Like we wanted to make Dying Light 2 more accessible, and then your viewers, Dying Light community, told us, but that's not Dying Light. That's not really Dying Light. We want the nights to be scary. We want them to be threatening. We maybe even want to skip them, but we want to know that if we want to play them, they are there and they are this super scary experience. So we definitely learned a lesson from that, and that's why we are getting back to the scary nights of Dying Light 1. And actually with the new environment, I think we are really kind of elevating this to a new level, because again, being in the forest, being in the open field at night, you don't have your vehicle, there are zombies around you, you just have your flashlight, I don't know, an axe, a crowbar, so improvised weapon. This is really a very, very tense experience.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far with Summer Games Fest responses and everything, and even from the community, like in terms of gameplay, everybody's really excited and like happy to see what's coming next. One comment that I keep seeing pretty often is the $50.99 price tag. So what considerations factored into making that price determination?
Personally, I think the game is worth it. And like I was trying to address this before, and I will do again. I know that many of the players remember the origins of the game. But once again, guys, please trust us and kind of give us the suspension of disbelief. This is really a next Dying Light game. Like you will get your money's worth out of it, because it's like 20 hours of the main story alone. Additional content which at least doubles that. Like my last playthrough, full playthrough, was April, and my save at the end of the game was 37 hours, and it wasn't even a completionist take. So there's plenty of gameplay there. I think the quality is there. How the game looks, like we are still honing the balance, the physics of zombies, the physicality of all of it, tweaking animations, adding more brutality. This is really like you will get your money's worth out of this game, and I really do believe that it just makes sense to have a game at this price because it really deserves it.
Do you are there any plans for post-launch support afterwards? Anything to talk about, or is this going to be like on day one? Here's the game. This is it, or are there additional plans afterwards
So definitely
further
nothing
support?
to announce at this stage.
Okay.
Like on day one, this will be the game. I think the quality of the game, like how much we actually focus on it to be a complete experience. I hope this will shine through. And then when we see the reaction of players, when we see where's the interest, then we'll start talking about the post-launch support.
Cool.
And
Awesome.
of course, one more thing, we are definitely not abandoning Dying Light to stay human. We promised 5 years of support. Actually, we were waiting for the release of Dying Light the Beast so we can free some of our internal resources to get back to Dying Light to stay human as well. So we will be sticking to our words. It's not just like more outfits and that's it. Dying Light 2 will get more love. Dying Light the Beast will get lots of love, hopefully from you guys as well. And if we're lucky, we'll be having 3 very successful Dying Light games on the market for players to play.
Awesome. And so the Beast is releasing August 22nd, 2025
Yes.
on PC, PS5,
Yes.
Xbox Series
Yes.
XS. For last gen, so PlayStation 4, Xbox One,
Yep.
there was a decision to postpone the launch until sometime in 2025.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
that's true. Later this year.
What was the decision behind making that?
We wanted to focus on the quality of the initial release, and of course, the old gen platforms, they carry some limitations with them in 2025.
Yeah.
So we just didn't want to jeopardize the quality of the release for the kind of current gen platforms. So we are focusing on that, and we'll be getting back to and announcing more facts about and details about the old gen versions as we move along into the year.
Cool. I got 2 more questions for you.
Of course.
So Summer Games Fest had a very strong zombie presence
Yep.
this year. So as you know, the show ended with Resident Evil 9. How do you feel about being a part of that zombie space right now? Do you view Resident Evil as like a healthy competition or something else entirely?
Of course, it's a healthy competition, and of course, it's an honor to be even in the same kind of room as Resident Evil series franchise in general. I'm a big fan of it, so I'm also, of course, very much excited about Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Thankfully, they are not releasing at the same time as we do, so that's a good thing for us. But no, I think I actually feel that there is a big chance that the zombie genre will get reinvigorated this year with the release of 28 Years Later, another movie I'm really waiting for to see. With our release, I think this will really set a bar very high for upcoming zombie games. And of course, next year, most of us will be playing Resident Evil as well. And generally, I think that with the current gen, with the kind of advancements possible in technology, in the ways people play the game, there's and the general potential of zombie genre. It's time for zombies to kind of get back to the mainstream big time, and I hope Dying Light the Beast will be part of this movement.
Where, aside from games, where else would you want to see like Dying Light
Everywhere.
elevate
like for
to?
me, like if it's a McDonald's set, it can also be like that. But no, I think I really do believe that Dying Light, we have reached more than 50 million players worldwide. The game is on the market, the series is on the market for 10 years. So, but I still feel we are underdogs in a way, and I still feel that we could get a little bit more recognition, and I still feel that we can put Dying Light in many more places and kind of contexts than we did so far. So I would love to see Dying Light everywhere. Movies, comic books, board games,
McDonald's toys.
So I don't know, like Funko Pops, Lalaboo, everything. So hopefully we'll be able to get to a stage where Dying Light really will be this very prominent zombie franchise. Hopefully one day comparable to Resident Evil, with all due respect.
And then last but not least, what do you hope players will walk away from playing Dying Light the Beast?
So first of all, I think they will get a lot of nostalgia for getting back to Kyle Crane. If you have played Dying Light 1, I think this will really get some tears in your eyes. Then the second thing is I think they will see that this is really a proper AAA game, because we truly believe it deserves to be treated that way. And actually that they will say, wow, this is the best Dying Light I have ever played. And me personally, I'm super excited about the new environment. I think this is a thing of beauty, and even the extended gameplay, 30 minutes, it just show a very little glimpse of it, and actually doesn't even showcase the most beautiful locations or the most unique locations, the most interesting, intriguing locations of the map. It's really a beautiful place to spend time in. So basically, that will be your next summer adventure, guys, and hopefully you will appreciate all of the work that we have put into the game.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to play. As always, thank you so much for doing this interview. Dying Light the Beast releases August 22nd, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you again.
Unleash the beast, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, there it is, gang. What's up? Guys, I enjoyed all your comments about me beasting out behind here. Thoughts on the interview? What'd you guys think? Did you like it? It's fucking 2 a.m. and I'm beasting out right now. Interview. It was great. Guys, we're 7 likes away from 500. Can we end it on a good note? We're so close. Thanks, Oni. Really good. Deleting this later. Next level narcissist. Thank you. Thank you, Sean Miller. Clipped. Alrighty. I am gonna call it here. If you can all do me a favor, have a wonderful night. Thank you all for coming. This was a lot of fun. My interview, sorry, not my interview, my deep dive and my review and my thoughts and opinions and everything, that will be going up tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, which will actually be in about 11 hours from now. So thank you all for joining. I appreciate every single one of you. It was great coming back and chatting with all of you again. Really appreciate it. So yeah, once this stream ends, it's going to take you right to the premiere of the next video. So if you can go over there, show that video some love, maybe drop a like, drop a comment. We're premiering my video for tomorrow. But yeah, everything in here that you saw, the interview, will probably only be shared on this live stream. I'm probably gonna private this live stream sometime later tonight, but I don't know, or maybe I'll keep it up. I don't know yet, but thank you all for joining. I really appreciate every single one of you. I did not get the PC specs. Sorry, Ghost. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you all soon. Very, very soon. So we'll chat later. Let's play the Dying Light music to end it all out. Alrighty, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. I'm gonna go beast it out right now.